Welcome to the 394 Talk Show, where we talk about current hot topics and get different opinions to understand what's happening in our society. Today, we'll be talking about the recent releasement of nuclear water in Fukushima, Japan. So, on March 11th, 2011, the Fukushima plant was hit by a tsunami caused by a 9.0 earthquake. This was considered one of the worst nuclear incidents and left the plant unusable. Water was used to stop the plant from having a meltdown. Fast forward to September 23rd, 2023. Japan released their first part of the nuclear water that had been stored in the plant, releasing around 7,800 cubic meters, which is around the size of an Olympic pool. It is projected that the total release of the nuclear water will take about a few decades, about 30 years. So, first, we have company representative Mr. Benjamin. Welcome to the talk show, Mr. Benjamin.
Hello. I can assure each and every person in the Asia Pacific region that reasonable steps have been taken to ensure that TEPCO considers all stakeholders and not just our shareholders in the release of this water. We firmly believe we have a duty of care to our customers and neighbors, which is why we have proactively taken the approach to minimize our environmental impact. TEPCO's policy goals in the release of this tritium-contaminated water are well below the minimum legal requirements, further exemplifying our commitment to maintaining high responsibility standards in the face of challenging environmental circumstances. Naturally, given the nature of our power industry, we at TEPCO must also consider our duty to shareholders and carefully intertwine their profit-maximizing desires with the social responsibility we have as an enterprise. Our business is a capitally intensive one, requiring billions of dollars of investment each year to ensure that when you turn the switch in your house, the lights go on each and every time. If we did not pursue activities that maximize corporate welfare, the long-run efficiency in electricity markets may be reduced, leading to a vital service being underprovided. Thank you for your time.
Now we have environmentalist Dr. Ashley here. Welcome, Dr. Ashley, to the 394 Talk Show. Thank you for having me. Let me start off by saying that although the water has been filtered to remove isotopes, it is still considered undrinkable by the World Health Organization as it contains too much tritone per liter, which is essentially the radiation. In addition, if we think about real utilitarianism, this would not be ethically sound as it does not benefit all, and imagine if every country did this. The act of releasing the water not only affects the water itself, but harms ocean life and the marine life, affecting all plants and animals living in the sea. And the land animals that are eating or consuming the marine life are also affected. It's a whole domino effect. And also imagine if every country did this. That would not be okay for our environment because we all share the ocean. Leading me to the next point, talking about externalities. The releasement of the nuclear water not only affects Japan, but the whole Pacific Ocean. The nuclear water will be traveling east towards Canada, Alaska, and the US, and then circling back, hitting China and the Philippines. As Japan releases more water, the more these countries will be affected. And it will not only affect the water, but again, the sea life and the seafood sources. And because this will take decades to release the full amount of water, it also may take decades to reverse the damage. Now we have economist Dr. Howard here. Welcome, Dr. Howard, to the 394 Talk Show.
Thanks for having me on. There are two primary drivers leading to an overall reduction in welfare that are brought forth by this event. Firstly, the negative externalities in the form of pollution that have come to light following the power plant's failure. This led to an increase in the social cost experienced by a number of third parties to the power plant, ultimately leading to deadweight loss in the form of reduced overall welfare. Secondly, there's the foregone social benefit that is unfortunately not captured due in part to underdeveloped property rights that give corporations leeway in the abatement of their pollution. This foregone benefit is in essence the uncaptured benefits that would arise from more effective or complete government policies. Now, in order for governments to create more efficient environmental policies in the future, there are a few major aspects they must consider. Firstly, they must ensure the policy is feasible with regard to the legal and political power of the government. And secondly, they must ensure it is dependable in that it efficiently achieves the stated policy goal whilst maintaining regard for externalities, substitution effects, and the long-term adjustment mechanisms of the policy. Hopefully, the government can create such a policy before the next disaster strikes. Thanks for having me on the show.